OPPO has recently launched their newest mid-range smartphone in the country, and it's the OPPO A95. So this is the newest smartphone from the company, and it packs a 5,000 mAh of battery inside, a 48 megapixel AI camera, an AMOLED display, and also a pretty cool OPPO glow design at the back. Hey guys, I'm Jam of JamOnline.ph, and today we're gonna do a review of the latest smartphone from OPPO, the OPPO A95. First, let's talk about the hardware and design of the OPPO A95. The smartphone comes with the OPPO glow back design, so it gives a glittery and shiny details at the back cover of the smartphone. So the one that I got comes in black, and it has a matte design, so that's why it's resistant to fingerprints. And thankfully, OPPO has done a good job in beautifying the back cover of the smartphone. Of course, the OPPO A95 doesn't only have a beautiful design, but it also features a really good ergonomics. The curves are perfect, so holding the smartphone like this is really comfortable, especially if you use a case with it. The smartphone is pretty slim too, at 7.95mm thin, and with a weight of approximately 175 grams. At the back, you can see here the camera module of the smartphone, and thankfully it isn't thick, so it doesn't really wiggle when you place it on a flat surface. And yes, OPPO A95 feels more premium than I expected because of the build quality of the smartphone. As for the ports, the OPPO A95 comes with a USB-C port along with the headphone jack, so you could still use your wired headphones or earphones to the smartphone. It also supports 33 watts of charging, so that's pretty good. It means that you can charge the smartphone faster than ever. As for the security, it comes with an in-display fingerprint scanner and of course, face unlock. Both are convenient and fast, so I really don't have to worry about it. When it comes to the battery, I am happy to share with you that the smartphone comes with a 5,000 mAh of battery despite having a 7.95mm thin body and being at 175 grams only. That is pretty light for a smartphone with that battery, and also its dimensions is quite thin for the 5,000 mAh of battery. As for the battery, I was able to get 15 hours and 42 minutes in PCMark Work 2.0 battery test, which means that the smartphone can last really long, and it's one of the most long-lasting smartphones that I have ever tried. Going to the display of the OPPO A95, the smartphone features a 6.43-inch AMOLED display with a Full HD Plus resolution and also a punch hole camera. What we're getting in the OPPO A95 are good colors on the display, and it's bright enough for my usage even when using the smartphone outside. The 20:9 display aspect ratio of the smartphone is tall enough in portrait mode so I can view more content when browsing newsfeed on Facebook, and of course, when I'm playing games in landscape mode, I have a wider screen estate, and of course, it's perfect for watching movies. So if you love reading books on the OPPO A95, the smartphone also features an all-day eye care, which helps your eyes at night. Now, let's talk about the software of the smartphone. The OPPO A95 comes in ColorOS 11.1 based on Android 11, so you really get the latest version of Android for this smartphone. The colors and apps are easy to use, and of course, they are very clean to the eyes. That's what I like about ColorOS, and it's actually my favorite one because it's very user-friendly, and I like the design of the UI of the smartphone. But of course, the smartphone comes with a lot of applications that you might not use. So the OPPO A95 comes with a lot of features, including Flex Drop, in where I can open applications at a smaller floating window on top of another app. This lets me multitask on the smartphone and also be more productive. One of the use case scenarios when I use this feature is when I'm opening my email application and also having the calendar on my mini window so I can check my schedule and appointments easier. As for the performance of the OPPO A95, it comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 662 processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and also 128 gigs of internal storage. You can also expand its RAM to have a better performance on the smartphone. The processor of the smartphone is a little bit dated, but can still do its job. You can multitask with a lot of apps, you can run games, and of course, run different applications on the smartphone. First, let's talk about the benchmarks on the smartphone. In Antutu, we got a score of 212,161, and in 3D Mark, I got a score of 385 in wildlife. On Geekbench, I got a score of 310 on single core and 1,369 in multi-core. Basically, those are the numbers that I already expected on the smartphone. But how about when it comes to gaming? Well, we did try a number of games on the OPPO A95, but we need to do some adjustments to fully enjoy those heavy and demanding games. With the OPPO A95, we were able to play Genshin Impact on the smartphone at the lowest settings. And yes, there were some frame drops, but the game was playable on the smartphone. We also tried Mobile Legends on the smartphone, and it was flawless as the FPS was really good on the A95. As for Pokemon Unite, one of the newest MOBA games that we have on the Google Play Store right now, yes, you can enjoy playing the games at a smooth FPS on the OPPO A95. When it comes to camera, OPPO did a great job for the OPPO A95. The smartphone comes with a vertical layout in the camera module with a triple lens camera setup alongside an LED flash. The smartphone comes with a vertical layout in the camera module with a triple lens camera alongside the LED flash. The rear cameras of the OPPO A95 are the 48 megapixel main camera, 2 megapixel depth camera, and also a 2 megapixel macro camera. Fortunately, there's no ultra-wide angle camera at the back, but the main camera of the smartphone did a pretty good job when it comes to shooting. For the main camera of the smartphone, it was really good as the colors that we got or that were produced on the shots were accurate, and the dynamic range of the shots were kind of great. The details of the shots were better than I expected, and I am really happy with the results that we got on the OPPO A95. As for the selfies, the OPPO A95 can do its job, and the AI does help in beautification and also in smoothing up my face. But my favorite feature in the OPPO A95 is the night shots. And thanks to the 48 megapixel main camera of the smartphone along with the AI scene enhancement, the night shots are brightened up and they are very clear despite shooting in low light conditions. And the AI camera of the smartphone really helped in improving the shots that we got on the smartphone. Overall, the OPPO A95 was a fine smartphone. So if you need a mid-range smartphone that can do its job for your everyday needs, then you might want to take a look at this one. So the smartphone can run the latest apps and games that you need despite having a dated processor, but of course you need to do a little bit adjustment when it comes to the settings. The battery of the smartphone is pretty good too, and we do have here a slim body on the smartphone. As for the design, they did a pretty good job when it comes to the design of the smartphone thanks to the OPPO Glow design of the OPPO A95. So it does help in making your smartphone look better and shinier. As for the camera, I was really happy with the rear camera of the smartphone as it can perform really good when it comes to night shots. So if you want to get the OPPO A95, OPPO Philippines is currently having an ongoing Joyful OPPO sale promo in where they'll be bringing the joy of holidays with their promos and deals this holiday season. So with the OPPO Joyful sale, you can get 700 pesos off on OPPO IoT products, including the Enco W11, the OPPO Band, the OPPO Enco Air, and more with OPPO smartphones under 9,000 pesos. So I guess that's it for our review of the OPPO A95. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and be sure to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of our latest videos here in my YouTube channel. So once again, I am JumPhonline.ph. Thank you for watching and see you guys again in my next video.